All right, what's up, Migo Like Geeks and Freaks? So here we go, show number 3 for our new YouTube channel. We're getting this shit going off. So just a couple things. So in order to like kind of get people not to be so worried about the Facebook Live, as I got banned from Facebook again for saying hit a porch pirate with a shovel. It incites violence apparently. So whatever. Stupid. Anyway, I want to show you what we got. We'll be putting the stuff here. You guys are welcome to comment as you wish. I will be giving away crap stuff, unopened new Mego figures that I no longer want. I will be giving away random to people as you comment and subscribe. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that, how I'm going to finish with that, or how that's going to kick off. It's just going to be random. We'll do something. I'll put it at the end of the video. I might need like an hour or so at the end just to go through and pick some stuff. Fortunately for you guys, there's not that many people because the room's only been up for a few days. It hasn't been able to be advertised on Facebook or anything for our group. So your chances of winning are quite good. Like I said, I'm just going to be in the mood and do it. So we're going to open our first box today. This is something that I was waiting for and going back and forth with the seller on price. They didn't want to. Well, it's a lot bigger than I thought it would be, if you will. Let's see what we got. Give me one sec to see what's happening here. There we go. Get this open. So for those of you guys who are Lone Ranger fans, you probably had the Lone Ranger action figure as a kid. If you're within the 50 plus year age range. I love the Lone Ranger. The toy is fantastic. They came with the horse, they came with silver, they made Tonto, he came with Scout, they made Butch Cavendish, they made a whole bunch of figures. Then they started making those in the Europe side as well that weren't quite available here. It just makes the collection that much more fun. So they had some really cool stuff. I showed you last time we had put it in a bag because the plastic is just on its last leg. This is the Kidnapper Venture set that's UK only. Very excited to have this. Added him over to my very, very, very small Home Ranger collection. And then this week got bored because I feel like there's not as much to collect anymore. It's just too expensive. The knockoff market's getting small. And time to start looking at other stuff. So, all right, let's start banging on the Lone Ranger sets again. This channel will discuss all kinds of stuff. The focus is knockoffs or Mego knockoffs, if you will, or related items, but it could be anything. One week it could be ziti, the next week it could be lasagna. You just never know. So let's get this shit going. See what we got. What's up, JP McElroy? Madman Lou Malagrana. Cheers. McElroy, are you from the UK? Did you say cheers? Are you British? I'm just curious. I thought you were in the U.S., man. I thought you were in the U.S. Usually Brian Sanchez is in here stirring it up. What hurts? Oh, we're not going to Dollar Tree. We don't need to go to Dollar Tree. No, we're not going. We'll go tomorrow. Okay, we're not going to Dollar Tree today. I'll take you tomorrow. Okay. Did you finish all your stuff from last time? All right, sorry. I have an autistic kid, for those of you guys that don't know. No, do not feel bad for me. She is a handful, but I love her to death. She's a great kid, but she doesn't understand what the meaning of it's time to be quiet because Dad's doing some shit on the computer now. But wow, this is a really big set. So a couple things I didn't realize. Let me show this to you first. This is Mark's Toys. It's got the Mark's Toys logo on it down here, right? Mark's Toys, Lewis Mark's Toys. And this is the Hopi Medicine Man set. It's quite large. You can see how big it is. It's probably going to be about 14 inches tall in the set. Now, I have a very few other Lone Ranger sets. I'll show you this first. The cool thing is they do these Lone Ranger sets, they do a little comic on the back that takes the set and places it, within the Lone Ranger story. This comes with various items. There's a headdress. There's there's some beaded outfits in there, the masks. There's a little comic in there. If you guys haven't seen this, it's a really great set. What's really neat about these sets, See, they're kind of triangular shaped. So you've got the kind of like the bookbinding side there. And then you can slide it in. And discussions I was talking about with Danny G, the Thunder from Down Under Gates in Australia, was that they made these so they were easier to, they could stack them, get quite a few in there, and you know, put them together. I'll show you a couple other sets that or another set I have handy. It's a much smaller box. I did not realize. Again, you will see that this one actually has a sticker that somebody ripped off from Two Guys, Brian Sanchez's favorite store back in the day. But this is another set. You see, it's still got the triangular look to it, if you will, and it was pretty easy to stack them front to back. I did not realize how much bigger this box was than this one. It's huge. Now this one, let me take a look. This one is not Mark Lewis Marks Toys. I think it's Hubley. There it is right there. So Hubley. So at some point, the Hubley company or division, I don't know if they're Division Lewis Marks. I can't remember. I got to go take a look. I should be more informative before I start. But the Hubley took over for the Lone Ranger, or Marks took over for Hubley, whatever it was, and they start producing sets and figures and so on. So you will find sets with Lewis Marks. You will find other sets with Hubley. And this is just a great set. It's huge. That's what she said, if you will. Oh, yeah, there's Sanchez. I did get it, Brian. I'm very excited. It's a really nice set. It's good. It's got the, this one's got the, I was just showing, this one's got the Lewis Marks logo on it over here. Sorry, everything's in reverse. It's got the Marks logo, whereas when I showed you guys in here again, you see the Lewis Marks logo on there somewhere. But when I showed you guys the other one, like I just showed a second ago, yeah, we have, it's got Hubley toys. See that over there? It's got the Hubley toys. So at some point, that takeover or passing of the toy to the next manufacturer took place. And gotta love the Lone Ranger sets. They had really great accessories. It's just a great story. Got a cool cowboy. You got a bad guy. You got his sidekick, who was just as important as the Lone Ranger himself. Let's be honest. Tonto was as important. Lone Ranger couldn't have done that shit without him. And Tonto's just fantastic. There's something really great about the Native American people and their traditions and so on. Now, this is the box I received. There's a loose figure in here. I really hope it's wrapped well, because this one, oh, they're on the same. So Gabriel, Marks, and Hubley, they're all the same company. Sanchez are on the Lewis Marks company. I think I read that somewhere. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've done the Lone Ranger stuff. Actually, talking about Marks, if you guys missed it about a half hour ago, Rich Hurley, Dr. Durant's Sanctum, who's got his awesome YouTube channel. You got to go check his stuff out. Rich just did a really cool live video on the Marks dinosaur sets, because one of the other videos, if you go back to yesterday and the one before, we showed some of the plastic dinosaurs that were available when we were kids back in the day. And I did the Marks one, which came in this giant box, if you will. So excited to get it, because there's some pieces I had that were very memorable to me as a kid. Some of that. And Rich just went on and showed his collection, or his collection, but his toys from when he was a kid. He held on to it, which is fantastic. And his shit's in really good shape, man. He reminds me of a friend I had that had toys. And he played with them so carefully. Like, his toys never got dirty. They never got broken. None of that stuff. So let me get some of this shit out of here so we can open this up. And let's pray he did not get broken, because if he did, I'm going to be really upset. They packed him okay. I mean, he's all right. He should have been in bubble wrap, not in paper. It's okay. Let's see if he survived the trip, because this plastic has a tendency to get brittle over time. Rich is good people. He's a really, really good thing. All right, so Brian Sanchez is a Hubley, Marks, and Gabriel, all the same company. So I guess they're all subdivisions, if you will, there. Yes, honey? No, we're not going to Five Below. All right, so we're going to show you this today. It's the Ghost of Captain Kidd fighting Furies. This is a complete one, which I'm very excited for. I have a couple complete ones. They don't usually show up complete. Usually got to piece them together, and the parts are definitely difficult. I was very fortunate that my good friend Dinosaur Dan Samillo was able to hook me up with an extra hat that I need for a figure. So on. I just got one the other day, you guys saw, but he's missing the right foot. So I got to see if I can find a foot or something to do with that. Let's go on and take a look. So here is our Ghost of Captain Kidd figure. If you guys don't own one of these, I would tell you it's a great figure to get. Let's see if we can put him in front of the Lone Ranger. Ooh, he's a great figure to get. because he just looks like a ghost. Everything's white on him. He's a ghost. Let's put his hat on. His hat needs to be washed a little bit, and his sword. And the thing about this figure that makes him awesome is that he's completely glow in the dark, head to toe. His sword glows in the dark, the hat glows in the dark, everything. But what they did was they put some glow in the dark paint on top of this white body, if you will, this glow in the dark body. Now, as they got later and I had this discussion, I'm going to give credit to Ray Castile because Ray is way more informed on these over the years than I have been. But I have one that's actually got the body's tan with just this white paint that you can't really see, but it's white paint for the ribs and so on. But the legs are all white. And what Ray said is he believes as they got to the end of, the career of fighting Furies, if you will, the end of their era, they just were starting to throw bodies together, parts together. So be it. So right now, this is number 14. I'm very excited. My goal is to have 20 of these. I'll probably stop at 15 because they're not that cheap. Although somebody got one a really good deal, and they're hard to get the parts for, but they're fantastic. When you set this guy up for a couple hours and then you turn off the lights, you won't see this figure. What you'll see is a skeleton glowing through, holding a sword and a hat, and it'll glow through these clothes. These clothes are, take a look. They're kind of translucent, if you will. They're very like they're light fabric, soft to the touch. I feel like George Costanza on Seinfeld when he's trying to get the Yankees to wear cotton instead of polyester. But yeah, he's a great figure. He does have his sword action. For those of you who have never owned a Fighting Furies, I'm going to show you. Sorry, where it is. Going all over. Sorry. Okay. So if you lift up his shirt, every Fighting Furies figure, action figure that has a button right here. There's a button. This one's a little harder to see because of the color of him, but when you push that button, right, he's got this sword fighting action. I should never say that because I know Sanja's going to go crazy. But he also can throw a dagger. So they show you with the rest of the pirates that you can put a dagger in his hand, bring his hand back, and do this, and it'll throw the dagger. Now, as far as the Western ones, they would, when you push the button, they would draw the gun out. So the gun went in a rubber holster. They had a kung fu grip. I've got them over there. I've showed these before, but not on this channel. So I'll do some more on those in depth later. I'm going to do a whole Fighting Furies thing because I got the ships. I'm going to set them all up so you guys can see. It's going to be cool. But the guns go in the holsters. They've got the kung fu grip, and when you draw, they actually pull the gun out of the holster because the front of the holster is open, so the gun just kind of slides out. They also have this plastic. It's supposed to look like metal plate, and it goes from chest to knee, and it basically holds him in the position so that when you press the button, he can hold the gun up without falling over. It's actually pretty cool. So yeah, it's really funny you say that, JP, because today I was sorting through some Fighting Fury stuff, and I thought everything was pirates in there, and just out of some weird coincidence, I had this extra pair of Kid Cortez Fighting Furies Western pants sitting in there. I'm like, does anybody want them or want to trade? So I have, I think, 4 or 5 Kid Cortezes. I think I have 3 of Crazy Horse the Indian, or Native American, and then I think I have 2 or 3. I think 2 Black McCoys. I just got done swapping the Kid Cortez and Black McCoy from when I bought. The kid had swapped all the clothes, so I just got done putting that back. But what this Ghost of Captain Kidd came in 2 boxes. He came in just a white rectangular box. It was Fighting Furies logo in black ink on the box, and when you open up, he was inside, and you'd get this pamphlet. Every Fighting Furies figure came with a pamphlet. This is the Ghost of Captain Kidd one, which is fantastic. All the other Fighting Furies it's orange, almost like this, like the package. And when you look inside, they put a little comic and they show you what you can do with them and so on, right? So they can show you how they work and how the buttons work. This is one of my favorites. This is the second pamphlet I have. I got another one. I might offer this up to someone if they're really interested in it because it's fantastic. It's basically got the look and the color of what would be glow in the dark. Matchbox, as you can see. Matchbox had a big presence in North Jersey and I'm sure New York City as well. When you open it up, this one's actually in pristine shape. It's still crisp, if you will. So if you open it up, they have the explanation of the figure, and they have them in multi-language. It's English, French, German, Spanish, and Italian, it looks like. Let's see. Yeah. It also tells you what other packs are available, Fighting Furies playset packs. And it's got a little bit of a comic in here of what goes on. Sorry, I got this all in reverse. What goes on with the Ghost of Captain Kidd. So it shows them, it shows the the pirates they're sailing over here. They're sailing on a ship, and then you see them laying the guy. Looks like they're putting the guy they're putting him in the coffin. They throw him to the bottom of the sea. This guy swims down. They notice it says Captain Kidd reward. Oh, I guess that's what he's doing. Is he hiding? I don't know, whatever. But they show a reward for Captain Kidd. They show a stormy sea, falls out of the boat. Then they pull it up, and what you see inside is a skeleton in the coffin, right? The next thing is, it looks like these guys are all like, look out. And then there's a shark swimming down by the coffin. The next thing you see is the skeleton, glow in the dark, comes alive as a pirate on the ship and so on. Here he is on the back, and that's literally what happens. When you turn off the lights, you just see the skeleton, but he will shine through these clothes, which is really neat. And it tells you here to press the button to actually activate him. He is one of my favorite figures. There's something about glow-in-the-dark figures that I absolutely just can't get enough of. There's 3 types of figures I would say that I love. 1, knockoffs of anything that was from the 70s, maybe 80s, 60s. 2, any action figure that comes with some kind of animal with it, like a dog or a fucking eagle, like the Action Jackson Aussie set with the alligator. I love that. The red box diver with the shark. I love that. I just love that kind of shit. The G.I. Joes. I actually have all the old vintage G.I. Joes. I have the shark and the octopus and the squid, but I don't have the Joes. I got those. I don't know. I like those. And then glow in the dark stuff. So over there, I've showed this before. I'll do a quick show over there. Over here, these are all Toy Biz Ghost Rider figures. All the small ones, the 5-inch and the 12-inch ones. Love them to death. I've got Tomlins that glow in the dark. I've got the little Mega Blocks, Scare Glow figures, He-Man that glow in the dark. They're just really cool. There's something about glow in the dark that I think really, it really just kind of, adds value to it and appeal to it, if you will. Not value, but adds appeal to it. I remember I had a Captain Hook and some of the outfits. Oh, pretty sweet. So if you had the original Fighting Furies, I'll take you for a little walk real quick. I don't know, JP, have you ever seen this place? Is a bit of a mess now, but my toy room goes back, and you can see there's all kinds of shit when I'm sitting here. All kinds of stuff to look at. Tomlins, we're getting all set up. We're cleaning up. It goes back a little bit farther. You can see all the way back there, of course. Looks like the wife left the laundry room door open, so we'll close that up. But you can see we're kind of reorganizing. I mean, there's stuff all over this basement. The basement is mine. That they can't touch. That's all there is to it. And then we've got rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of shit. And that goes back to the front. And everything in this basement, all the rows, were made by these plastic cabinets I got at Home Depot for like $20. And I literally was just setting up rows with them so I could put stuff out. Some of this stuff I had before I sold my original collection, because I collected for a long time and then sold almost everything. A lot of it I've collected in the last 2.5 years, maybe 3 years at this point, I think. Tons of it. But we'll give you a little walkthrough on the, So here's my Ghost of Captain Kidd shelf. Let's see if we can straighten that out for you. And I still have a couple that I need stands for, but there's 13 here. We'll have 14 in a minute. There's the Captain Patch figure they threw in as the bonus. If you haven't seen that, the Captain Patch they threw in as the bonus to try and get rid of the old sets. Here he is again over here loose. We've got some Western figures. Can you guys see those Western figures in the back? And then we have, this is a very, very rare European set. Here's another one. He's missing a foot, but he's got everything else. So we're going to move that another one. So really love these things. Some of the pamphlets. I got some of the sets, the mailaways and so on. But yeah, so there's a whole bunch. And then of course we've got down here, those are the play sets for the 3 carry sets. And then down on the bottom are the large 4-foot ships. If you haven't gotten a play set of Fighting Furies play set with all the stuff in it, I'm not talking about the accessory sets. I'm talking about the actual carry case ship. There's the shorter one, and then the other one expands to 4 feet when you put everything out and then with a big sail. It's fucking fantastic. I had it out over there, and then I got something better than that, which was the BGs of the Brothers Gun Professor's Loot Toyroom of Solitude playset. So Fighting Furies came down, and that had to go up because that just trumped it. So yeah, you had a load. I remember I had a Captain. Told you I had a lot to do. Yep. So anyway, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and finish all this crap over here, if you will, put the stuff together, and got to get some more stands for these figures. So hope you guys are still collecting. Enjoy the Mego like room. It's always for you guys. Post what you want. Enjoy. I don't care if you post new Mego or not. None of us do. That's up to you. Post whatever you want. Post G.I. Joe. Post Big Jim. Post knockoffs. We don't care. It's for you to enjoy, discuss, have conversation with other people so you can understand it. And that's really what it was built on. We don't need anybody worshiping anybody in there. It's, oh, blah, blah, blah. You guys are the greatest. We don't need any of that shit. We really don't. This is all about everybody enjoying, having an equal part in something. So, and that's the case. That being the case, I'm going to get off this thing because it's time to close down. Got to get some shit done. It's Saturday. Finish some work and then out to dinner. Hope you guys are having a really good weekend. Hope you enjoy. Look for more videos. I got a ton more stuff coming in, and we'll be doing videos on them. Please feel free to check out the previous 2 videos. Like I said, it's going to start slow like everything else, and it's going to have to take time to grow. Please subscribe and like. Like I said, when I'm done with this, I'll be going through, giving away some stuff. I'll be contacting people. Hey, I'm going to give away some stuff random, and I'm just going to put it in a box, get your address, and send it to you, and that's it. It's yours. Do with it what you will. Keep it, collect it, burn it, play with it, whatever you want. Don't really care. It's going to be all new Mego figures. They're in the package, 8-inch figures, which I am just not into collecting anymore. So some of you guys are really into it. Fantastic. Here's your chance to get a couple free. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Peace.